everyone, it's Flower Princess. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I just really didn't have anything to talk about, so I just didn't make anything. That's just kind of how I am. I do want to make more regular content, but I find it really difficult to find things that I'm interested in, because I think a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about, I'm just kind of like, well, everything I could have said has already been said, so really what use is it for anybody to hear what I have to say? Like, what's special about me, you know? But, some things have been kind of like percolating, so now I feel like I can talk about this, and I've been wanting to talk about this since before I've been making YouTube videos, because I feel really strongly and really passionate about this, and it's kind of the thing that I told you guys that I used to like almost be like a SJW, and I think that this I've been thinking, and I think this is what I'm going to talk about. This is the point where I went, okay, fuck this. These people are hypocrites. They have no, fuck them, you know? And what it is, and you guys might be like, why the fuck are you talking about this? This is years old. But it's the it was like the YouTube sexual abuse allegation controversy that started out with Alex Day, and then it went on to Tom Milsom, and then it went on to V1I, and then 2 years ago was Sam Pepper, and then it was just recently Tobuscus, and just crazy. But the reason I'm bringing this up now is because Emma Blackery had posted something about how much Alex Day is still a piece of shit, and that everybody should still be like really shitty to him, and that if they didn't ghost him, they just, you know, got rid of him because he was a piece of shit. Which is fine. She can post whatever she likes. But it made me think about why I kind of removed myself from that, like, not that I was ever part of an SJW community, I was just like kind of on the fringes. I agreed with some ideas, but I was never really in it. But this was the kind of, that whole thing with Alex Day was the kind of thing that made me go, fuck these people. Fuck these people who just jump on a bandwagon without doing any fucking research, which is basically all of social justice warriors. So what I'm talking about is, in 2013, Alex Day was accused of sexual abuse towards, like, some of his fans. He had cheated on his girlfriend, basically just being accused of being a piece of shit, which is fine. I think, yeah, he probably was a piece of shit. He did admit to cheating on some of his girlfriends and things like that, and, like, perhaps maybe not reading body language well enough, but other than that, it was just like piece of shit stuff that you do when you're young and stupid and you don't understand relationships. And basically the YouTube community completely vilified him for it. And it was a no-win situation, and this is why it really bugged me. It's not that I'm victim blaming. There was a lot of posts that where I'm like, yeah, that probably did happen, or yeah, that might have happened, but it might have been different. But there was a lot of posts that was like literally like unsubstantiated, made no fucking sense, like just pieces of shit. And I just remember that the Vlogbrothers had him on their thing, and the DFTBA records, and then they said, no, we can't have this. And he agreed, like that was fine if they wanted to do that. But they always talk about imagining people complexly, and they kept reiterating this. And nobody listened to Alex Day's side of the story. You know, they just kind of just like sloughed it off. Oh, who gives a shit? He's a man. Who gives a fuck? Obviously the women are correct. There wouldn't be no reason out of malice that they would ever do this. But it's funny because his girlfriend Carrie at the time, who he had cheated on, never talked about his cheating. So it just seemed odd to me that they were continually talking about how big a piece of shit he was. And I'm not denying that he didn't do shitty things. I just don't think that he was a rapist. And everybody kept saying, oh, he's a rapist. Oh, he's an abuser. Because some of the allegations were, you know, he kind of flirted with me and I didn't like that, you know? Like that was like dumb, or he messaged me on Facebook and I didn't really like that, or he tried to like kiss me and stuff and I didn't really want to, but I just went along with it anyway. And it's like, well, if you don't say no, how is he supposed to know, you know? Maybe he's bad at reading body language, but whatever, that's fine. We get that he was kind of a piece of shit, but he kind of was in a no-win situation because he made a post like denying it, and then people were like, fuck you. And then he made a post admitting to some of it, and they're like, oh, fuck you more. And then he's just like, fuck it. So he stopped making YouTube videos for like probably 6 months, and then he posted a video and people were just like, fuck him, he's a manipulative asshole, don't even listen to him. And I just hate this outrage culture where you just don't listen to the other side. It was like with the Tobuscus thing. Nobody was listening to the other side, and the girl who accused him seemed to have pretty shoddy things. Like, I'm not denying that Tobuscus probably did piece of shit things, and I'm not denying that any of these people did piece of shit things. But it's interesting because the one person that we know did really shitty things, Sam Pepper, and he probably did rape a girl. They barely, like, he's hardly as vilified as anybody else. He didn't get the loss in subs, he didn't get the loss in views, or barely, like, I don't remember. And people didn't outright condemn him half as much as they did Alex Day, who did less things Tobuscus who did one unsubstantiated rumor, and I just really hated that outrage culture, and that's part of the reason I was just like, I don't agree with this, because I was somebody who I went and actually read the allegations and went, I don't think we have the whole story here. I think we have to hear the other side, because the other side is important. People can be falsely accused of rape, which Alex Day was being falsely accused of rape. People were, right, like, it was like some stupid Tumblr post with like 14 notes, and they're just like master list, and people only look at the master list. They're like, oh, 14 allegations. You actually read some of those allegations? It's just bullshit. It's like, oh, he talked to me at a party and I just didn't like it, you know? Like, it's just dumb, and I hate it. And that's the reason why I was like, fuck this, stop, shut up, and I started actually digging into more, because I saw how people were vilified. And I was kind of a fan of Alex Day. I was more of a fan of his girlfriend, Carrie, which I'm kind of like, on her now. I've kind of like grown out of her, I guess. But I was never a big fan of him, but I just saw how awful he was being treated. And it wasn't that he didn't do shitty things. Yeah, you can just say, yeah, you're shitty. But his friend just went like, fuck you. I'm not gonna ask you. I'm just gonna stop talking to you. I'm not gonna ask you your sort of story. And you think if you're friends with someone and they get accused of something like that, you would go, is this true? Like, can you explain this to me? And maybe get their reasoned opinion. Like, maybe they didn't realize that the girl was not into it. Or maybe they just were they were like, yeah, I'm a shitty person and I realize cheating is wrong and I'm sorry for it now. You know? Like, they didn't even listen, you know? Charlie Is So Cool Like was Alex Day's best friend and flatmate, and he just stopped talking to him. Didn't even tell him why. Like, Alex Day obviously knew why, but he didn't. Like, Charlie didn't say anything. He's just like, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. Fuck you. And I just hate that. I just think that is the stupidest thing you could ever do. What about listening to the other side? And I'm not victim blaming. I'm a victim. I was sexually abused as a teenager. I know how it is to have somebody who's in power above you coercing you into doing things you don't want to do, and it's awful. But I don't think we had the whole story. And the reason I'm bringing this up now is because people have been talking about it. So I'm like, I feel like I can finally talk about this. And I just wanted to give that approach, because, it makes me so heated. I get so upset about it. And it's just, it makes me so angry. And if I would make more videos if I could find topics that made me as heated as this. God, it makes me angry. It's not that I'm like saying, oh, he didn't do it, or no, I just think, you need to hear both sides of the story, and that is very important. And I'm pre-interning right now, and I have students, and I'm having them do like compare and contrast, and I'm like, it is so important you guys know the other side, because if you don't, your opinions are worthless. If you do not know the other side and you cannot defend your points, what is the point of having a point? Also, side note, I have a transgender student, and she wanted to make a video about how feminism is cancer. So, well, I guess he's a he now. So, awesome, I guess our schools aren't totally indoctrinated with social justice bullshit, which I thought they were. So, I love that. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll try and be more regular. If you guys can suggest some things that maybe you think I would be interested in talking about, I would love that, because I can never find anything that I want to talk about, or by the time I want to talk about it, it's like everybody's talked about it, so I'm like, Chris Ray Gun said something better, so why the fuck would I he makes 10 times better videos, and I love him. Thanks you guys for telling me about him, because I didn't discover him until somebody in the comments said, you remind me of Chris Ray Gun, and I'm like, oh, I don't know who that is. And so I looked him up and I was like, oh, I love you. So, I love his videos. I wish I was that good at making videos. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a lovely day.